My name is Frosti. I've been doing parkour for about 10 years now, and that's almost half my life because I just turned 25 recently. I started training and being alive in Traverse City, Michigan, also hometown of famous ninja warrior Levi Muenberg. Started training there together, and since then I've been traveling all around the world, training, doing parkour and free running, and loving life. You know, a lot of people probably viewed me as somewhat of like a sex icon in high school. I feel like, you know, I tried not to pick or choose who I spent my time with, but everybody just sort of came to me. No, I was an idiot in high school. I tried basically everything. You know, growing up as like a skinny Asian kid, people used to call me Mini Mike. I just studied all the time. I got super good grades for a while, and then I started taking my martial arts background, applying to sports, really got into that. I did the whole football, wrestling, track. I ended up going to States for wrestling, being captain in a track team. But none of that really worked out for me, you know. In the end, it came down to building my own group of friends, and I think that's really how I got into free running, is because we all got excited about this thing, and we were just a bunch of different kids with different backgrounds, interested in different music, different styles. None of us dressed the same, but we all wanted to go out and climb on stuff. I think it was just none of us wanted to stop being kids. You know, I started training long before parkour and free running were two different things. Before free running even was a word that somebody spit out on a TV show to make up a new name for what we do. I try to keep things simple in my life. You know, I understand that nowadays there's a big difference between somebody who calls himself a chasseur, or somebody who practices parkour, or a free runner. And to me, I try to look at it mostly about the mentality. You know, when I'm training parkour, it's all about really dedicating myself to the discipline of moving my body through a space, trying to understand most of all how to control my movement, my momentum. And free running, it's more about letting that momentum go. It's sort of letting that movement take control of itself, and then I just become a passenger on that ride.
So I'm sorry, so which would you consider? Which are you? Parkour, free running?
I think anybody who does either one does a little bit of both. Okay. I think that's the best way to do it, because both mentalities are going to help you achieve whichever one you want to focus on. I have been stopped numerous times by security, by police, by very concerned citizens, but I think the biggest thing is that I don't run. I don't want people to look at parkour and free running as this art of getting chased away by the police. To me, knowing the history of parkour and the fact that it comes from you know, military, law enforcement, firefighters, people that are out there trying to help people, and I try to explain that to anybody that has questions, whether or not they have a badge or a gun, or you know, they're a parent at a playground. I think the more people can understand it, rather than it being something foreign to them, the more acceptance there's going to be, and the more interested people are going to be to try themselves, or to at least support the people that want to do it. One of the coolest things about parkour is that it's all about finding your own way to overcome the obstacles in front of you. So no matter what comes up, there's always a way you can adapt yourself to interact with what environment you're in. After teaching free running and parkour for so long, I think I've realized that everybody has a place where they start, and no matter how daunting that might be, looking at it for the first time, I've taught anyone from 5-year-olds to 70-year-olds. You know, I don't think that anyone really has an excuse. You know, I think some people get scared because they don't see themselves as a person who could be on top of a building doing gainer fulls off ledges and stuff, but that's not where everybody starts. You know, nobody was bit by a radioactive spider and got superhero powers overnight. You know, everybody has to start someplace, and as long as you're willing to put in the time and the effort, anybody can do parkour.